Yeah, a very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the forum, the mindset. As I told you before, ladies and gentlemen, it's a forum that has to do with just rejuvenating the mind, stimulating the mind to think outside of the box. Now, recently, ladies and gentlemen, I did a video that titled Jamaica is on the attack. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for participating in that video, giving up your opinions, your solutions, your likes, your dislikes, and that video to date. We did it on the 2nd of July, ladies and gentlemen, and we have seen over 135,000 people have watched that video. And also, a lot of people commented, over 990 comments on that video. So I love that kind of interaction with my fan base and other Jamaicans, people who are not even on my subscribe list, but do come in and watch the video with their positive solutions. There are a few people that look at other things that can create damage that we might overlook. I'm going to share this with you, ladies and gentlemen, because now I think the time is right for the world to hear this. I've had the opportunity of going into the Garrison community, and I've spoken to many gangsters. We're talking about people that have killed before. And ladies and gentlemen, 90% of the youths that I spoke with that got themselves in that situation were victims. It's hard to say, yeah. They were victims because they're like proper father. There's no father figure in the house. Victim because they were ruled by older men who control their mindset and their movements, not much role model. I met one young man, he was about 30, 33 years old when I met him. Not going to call his name because I'm not here for that. Matter of fact, he's now deceased. And ladies and gentlemen, we spoke one day and he said, Big Stone, I have a lot of respect for you. And I said, really? Why, man? Because I'm not a gangster, man. I don't carry a gun. Why you have that kind of respect for me? He said, man, Big Stone, real, recognize real. And it took me about 4 days for me to really analyze what he really said, because I know I am who I am, and I don't carry myself to suit a particular person or a particular situation. I'm as straightforward as it comes. Anyway, when I do found out what real is, I felt him even more. So one day we was there talking and I said, man, tell me something. Of all the murders that you have committed, is there any of them that you ever feel any kind of remorse for? And ladies and gentlemen, as I'm talking to you, I can still feel the pain that this young man at age 32 felt. He started to cry. There was tears running down his face. And he said, Big Stone, I'm accused of over 40 different type of killings and so on and so forth. And there's only one Big Stone that really touches the core of my heart. I mean, there are others, but this particular one. And I watched as tears rolled down his eyes. And I said to him, I said, do you want to talk about it? And he said, I want to talk about it. And this is how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. He said one day at about 3, 4 o'clock, he was going through the fence in a particular community, a particular Garrison community. And while he was going through the fence, he bumped into about 6 or 8 men that was there discussing about a lady who they considered to be an informant. And they were planning to do away with that lady. And he overheard every single thing that they said. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Come up and say, hey boy, come here. You just heard everything that we say, right? So because you just heard everything that we say, you're going to go in there and do away with Miss So-and-so. And they gave him a loaded gun, ladies and gentlemen. And he went next door and he shot and killed Miss So-and-so. And the more he spoke of what he did, the tears was rolling down real heavy on his face. And I says, are you okay? I handed him a napkin to kind of sap up some of the water that was coming down. It was so much. And I said, did you know the lady that you just killed? And he said, yes, I know her very well. I said, who's that lady? You don't have to call her name, but who's that lady? And he said, that lady was the lady that wiped my nostril when snot is coming down my nose when I have a cold. That lady is the lady that cleaned my dirty diaper. That lady is the lady that feed me sometimes when I'm hungry. That lady is the lady that is always there for me. I said to him, and he was just crying. I said, how old were you at the time? And he mumbled like he was like 12 years old. And ladies and gentlemen, I started to cry with him, you know. And there's a lot of other youths out there that get caught up in hatred, get caught up into doing things that, trust me, they do things that, ladies and gentlemen, if they had the opportunity, they would not have done it. I'm telling you, I'm not saying for every kid out there, you know, because, you know, there's always exceptions to those rules, but there are youngsters out there, if you give them your time of day and your support, there's some great, 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 great youths out there. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to share this with you. He cried for about 1 hour after that conversation, you know, and I felt it for him. There's also another situation I want to share with you, ladies and gentlemen. Two young youth planned to go up the road and kill another young youth. And while they planned, they said, all right, you're going to take a gun, I'm going to take a gun. And they went up the road and killed this youth and took the gun from him. And while they were coming down the road, ladies and gentlemen, they ran into the police and the military. And both of them were shot and killed. Now, the ironic part about this, ladies and gentlemen, was the fact that the same medical examiner van that went to pick up the youth that they just killed up the road is the same medical examiner van that picked up both of them that police just killed down the road. And it was that same medical officer van that was driving all three youths to the morgue. Youth and youth, this is Jamaica. This is our country. I tell these things, these truths that I speak, ladies and gentlemen, because even though we come with these drastic measures and we call them laws and we want our murder rate to stop, and yes, we have arrested over 800 people last year for murder, and yes, for the last 13 years we have seen 1,000 people being killed every year. Ladies and gentlemen, there's still some beautiful youths out there that if we approach fire with fire, we're going to burn the entire place down. If we use water to fight fire, the whole place is going to flat out. But if we use tough love, passive aggression, understanding, love for our fellow youths, and to see better for our communities and our country, we can get much better results. So we know this new law is being passed, ladies and gentlemen, and we know, quote unquote, the politician who signed these laws, they meant well because they want to stop this wanton killing that is happening in our country. But we, as the citizens of this country, must do our part. Yes, you're going to be suffered some inconvenience. We understand that. Yes, you have to go out there because most of you knows most of these youngsters. Talk to them. Don't be afraid to talk to them. Say, Larry, come here. George, come here. You, come here. And then be serious. George, what you're doing is not right. You can't do that, you know, George. George, listen what me I say to you. You don't know how me and you stay ready, you know, brother. What you doing, me not go condone it, George. I want the best for you. You have to stop it, Rasta. And if you speak to some of these killers, hardcore killers, frankly and clearly, most of them will stop. And most of them will desist. Most of them will not even think of committing any serious crime. So, even though we know that most of the youth them smoke herb out there, and it is being said that the herb is being exploited into weed, because it's herb that they should smoke and not weed. And then the mixture and the different strain that is coming, everybody I try a thing and mix up the whole original strain of herb. Herb was considered the healing of the nation. Herb is there to cure millions of our diseases that is caused by man. Herb is the healing of the nation. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to thank you very much for participating. Whatever your views are, come in with them. Even if you're angry, come in with them, but don't just come in being angry and not leave a solution, because that's what we're all about. Thank you very much for watching. There you have it again. Our youths at the forefront of the struggle. Don't forget that. Thank you.